everyone, it's the RC Genius, and today I've got the Gravedigger on the shop desk, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to have to be replacing a kingpin. Now, I think I've got at least one video similar to this where I had to do the same replacement. However, there were a couple other things involved. However, the video was not focused on how to replace a kingpin or a bent kingpin. We're going to take it out. We're going to see how badly bent it is, and if we can try to bend it back. I would doubt that it's going to be bendable. I don't think it's going to be able to bend back. It looks like it's pretty seriously bent. We'll see, but really, no other way than knowing than getting into it. Now, I do want to show you how I discovered this was happening in the previous video that I just uploaded. As of the making of this video, about only a half an hour ago, I was driving this truck with the new transmitter and the new receiver, and I noticed that the steering radius was really open on this side. I mean, this is just not right. This side, you can see, is much better, but this side, it's almost flat. I mean, this tires just go a little bit more, and you wouldn't even be able to drive with it. And that's just not right at all. So I looked at it, I noticed there was a lot of tire wobble, and I looked at it, and I don't really think it's going to be easy for any of you to see. But, oops, there's my light. Get that out of the way. But right down in there, you can kind of see there's the metal kingpin, and it's very bent. So, however, before I get started in working on this car, I wanted to mention that one of my subscribers, who's a great supporter of the channel, he noticed that my treads were on backwards. And I knew that this was an issue. These treads going backwards don't really matter. However, I am going to fix this. Probably not going to do it in this video, but I will do it as soon as I'm done because I don't want to waste time in this video doing it. However, I want to give him a shout out. I don't exactly know how to pronounce his channel name, except it's spelled jdpasl. So I don't know if it's jdpasl. I don't know exactly how to pronounce it, but this is his channel name right there. And also, he's a great subscriber of mine. He let me know about it. Check out his channel. I will put a link to his channel in the info card in the top corner. Please go check it out. Just saw this comment now. So, thank you, bro, for that. I definitely need to fix that. I knew that was the case. However, I just haven't had the time to really fix it yet. Alright, let's go ahead and let's take off this tire. Just unscrew this, and then we will have access to the area that is broken. Now, immediately you can see there's a loose shoulder screw. Let's get the camera to focus in on there. Loose shoulder screw, and you can see that the entire caster block is bent. And that is a really bad kingpin there. I really don't know how bad this is gonna be, but I don't have a good feeling about it for sure. I think that it's going to be a really bad bend. Now, I don't know when this actually happened. I can't recall hitting any hard objects or anything. I don't know exactly when. However, there were a couple times I drove this truck off camera that it certainly could have happened. I remember I was doing some big jumps, practicing for something that is going to be a surprise for a future video. However, I don't know if that would have caused this to happen. I really can't say. However, this is really bad. Right now, I'm going to play a clip from my intro that is actually something that I actually did for a video. I don't remember what it was. I think it was how to control the rotation of your RC car in midair. I'm pretty sure that was the video, and I'm going to play that clip right now. And in that clip, you can see I landed on one of the front wheels very hard. Only issue is, it's the opposite side. It would have been this side. So I don't know how this happened. That's what I thought this was in the video where I drove this car to test the range on the remote and receiver. You can hear me say that I wasn't sure if that was going to be the cause, but then I looked at this video and it's not. So I don't really know at all where this came from. Now, here's our issue. We have a really badly bent kingpin. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and push it out. Only issue is that I don't think I can push it out, because if you look, this entire caster block is bent. I don't think the camera's focused. This entire caster block is bent. There's actually a little crack in it as well, and the kingpin is bent with it. So honestly, I don't even think we can get this out except for breaking the caster block off, because it is so bent that I just don't think that it's possible to get it taken off. Now, I could be wrong. There could be a way to try and pry it out, but man, it is really, really in there. I'm very sad to say that I don't think it's going to work. I'm going to have to cut it out. I think I got to cut it out with a pair of cutters here. This video is how to replace a kingpin. However, unfortunately, this caster block will not be replaceable or reusable. Really unfortunate that I have to do this, but I don't think I have really much of a choice. Be sure to be careful of your fingers if you ever had to do this. Make sure you don't do this also unless if you know you have a spare caster block, because if you don't have a caster block and you're just cutting this off, that's not going to be fun, because then you're going to have to wait to get the new part. That is really, really in there. Ah, man, I gotta even cut it even more. I'm kind of drifting off the table here. My grip is falling off my pair of cutters. Ow. Almost cut my finger. Come on. It's extremely hard to get this off right now. See, now one thing that I am noticing is that the kingpin itself is actually not stuck at all. It's really just this caster block is... There we go. Okay, we got it. Let's try to slide this kingpin out. Ah, there we go. That was very hard. You can see my hands are dirty now because of it. But that is a really, really bent kingpin. That is probably one of the worst bent kingpins I think that I've had in quite a while. Now, in order to bend one of these back, you would want to probably use a hammer and a very hard surface. I don't think I have, well, maybe I do actually. I have a piece of wood. Move this out of the way. The background. Get a hammer, hang on. A hammer or another pair of pliers. I could use these big pliers right here, and you could just try to bend this thing back, but I don't think it's gonna work with me very well here. Well, maybe not. Okay. Yeah, I did kind of get the big bend out of there. So now I think what I would recommend doing is just trying to kind of tap it to make it somewhat straighter, but I don't think we're going to get it quite as straight as it has to be. I really need to be on a concrete surface like in the garage or something, because you can still see it's still bent. I'm going to grab a new kingpin. Alright, I've got a new caster block, sorry. It's Bondic here at the bottom, but it should work. Worst case, I do have a pair of RPM ones that are brand new. Don't quite want to have to break those open yet. If I have to, obviously I will, but I'm going to try and go without having to use those quite yet. I'm going to now... We're actually going to put one of the E-clips on first before we put this on. So what I'm doing here, so you all can see, just to focus, is there's an E-clip and there's a little tiny crevice that this has to go into. And all you have to do is just get that E-clip into that crevice. You can kind of see it right here. I don't know if you can... It's right there. You can kind of see it. But that's what you need to get these E-clips into. Now I personally find it easier to put the E-clip on one side and then slide the kingpin through the bottom of the caster block first, pushing it up through the steering knuckle. Just got to use the pliers. There we go. Get that up, and now it'll be easier to get the other E-clip in, because you can just put the E-clip on here and then you can just use the end of the caster block to your advantage and just use that to help push the E-clip in. So just popping it in just like that. And now you've got a new caster block. I keep getting caster block and camberlink mixed up. You got a new caster block and a new kingpin in there. Now I'm going to put the screw in here at the bottom through the A-arm first, and then I'll put the shoulder screw in next. So like that. And the shoulder screw goes in at the top. Like that. And then after that, you are done. Nothing else you have to do. You've got a new caster block and a new kingpin. All that is set. You don't have to do anything else except put the tire back on. I'm not going to put the tire back on right now because I'm going to go ahead and swap the treads. I'm just going to go and put the right tire on the, the left tire on the right tire on the left. That'll swap the treads out. That'll be all done. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you everyone for watching. Please go check out jdpasl, jdpasl. I don't really know how to pronounce the name. I'm so sorry, but please go check him out. His link to his channel is in the description and in the top corner. So thank you everyone for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time on the RC Genius.